My brothers and sisters, imagine this. A great highland nation of 130 million proud minds. The beating heart of the African Renaissance, standing tall on its majestic mountains, yet forced to gaze with quiet, unyielding longing at the Red Sea that once belonged to its ancestors. Today, we uncover a hidden truth that has shaped the destiny of the Horn of Africa for decades. Why Ethiopia must reclaim Assab, its historic and legitimate right to the Red Sea. Welcome to the grand global chessboard, where the future of nations is decided not only by power, but by truth, justice, and memory. From the golden age of the Aksumite Empire, Ethiopia's Red Sea ports were radiant arteries of civilization. They carried gold, frankincense, and the light of human progress to the world. In 1952, the United Nations itself solemnly affirmed this eternal reality in Resolution 390, declaring Ethiopia's legitimate and inalienable need for adequate sea access. During the Federation years, Assab thrived as Ethiopia's primary maritime gateway, fueling trade, industry, and shared strength. Then came 1993. In the fragile dawn of political transition, Eritrea gained independence. Many Ethiopians view the arrangements of that moment as a profound and unjustifiable separation. One simple glance at the map of Eritrea reveals the shocking anomaly. Eritrea's borders were carefully drawn to hug every single kilometer of the Red Sea coastline, creating a deliberate tail-like extension that cuts Ethiopia off from its ancestral waters. If the southern shore of the Red Sea were extended to the Shewa Highland, the map of Eritrea too would have gone further south than it is today. Ethiopians express this painful reality with a sharp, satirical grievance that cuts to the heart. Thank you, Red Sea, for not reaching the Shewa Highland at your southern tip, because had you done so, even Addis Ababa would have become rightful Eritrean territory. But this is not only Ethiopia's wound. The same map that isolated Ethiopia has also deeply impoverished Eritrea. Since losing Assab and Massawa, Ethiopia has paid nearly $40 billion to the port of Djibouti alone, funds that could have built 10 major dams across the Blue Nile and transformed the entire region into an economic powerhouse. Eritrea, on the other hand, has struggled severely. Its natural resources have proven insufficient to build a viable modern state. According to United Nations reports, since 2017 an average of 5,000 Eritreans have fled their country every month, 167 people every single day. Those who remain at home are largely those who cannot leave. This tragedy was not accidental. It was sealed when Hosni Mubarak, then chairman of the Organization of African Unity, and Boutros Ghali, then UN Secretary General, were invited to Addis Ababa by the useful idiots of Shabia and the TPLF. While they ordered the massacre of brave students at Addis Ababa University who opposed the deal, these two leaders effectively crowned Egypt's long-standing strategic interests inside Ethiopia's own capital, declaring doomsday on their own people. We became useful idiots in someone else's grand strategy. We fight endlessly. The blood of brothers and sisters flows endlessly. And yet the Nile flows endlessly from the genesis of time to the day of judgment, carrying not a single drop of benefit to the very nation that gave it birth. In 2026, Ethiopia stands as Africa's second most populous nation and one of its fastest rising economic powers. Yet it remains the world's largest landlocked country by population. 95% of its trade still depends on a single foreign port, creating crushing costs and dangerous strategic vulnerability. The Red Sea has become the ultimate chessboard. Bab el-Mandeb carries nearly 30% of global shipping. Major powers circle like hawks. For a nation of Ethiopia's size and potential, permanent dependence is neither acceptable nor sustainable. Assab, lying just 60 kilometers from the Ethiopian border, is not merely a port. It is the natural, historic, and legitimate maritime extension of the Ethiopian highlands. A wise, negotiated framework of dignified access would slash logistics costs, ignite new industrial corridors, empower the youth, and restore balance across the Red Sea. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has pursued this quest with remarkable wisdom and restraint, seeking not ownership, but secure and equitable access grounded in historical truth and the 1952 United Nations mandate. Through steady diplomacy and African Union support, Ethiopia charts a mature path, one that respects existing borders while firmly insisting that no great nation can forever be denied its natural connection to the sea. Here is the hopeful vision that awaits us. Ethiopia's reclamation of Assab is not a zero-sum conflict. It is the missing piece in the Horn of Africa's grand mosaic of integration and shared renaissance. A just solution rooted in history and mutual prosperity can turn the Red Sea from a zone of rivalry into a radiant corridor of African unity and progress. With that $40 billion, Ethiopia could have built 10 dams. Together, Ethiopia and Eritrea could have become the Singapores of Africa, beacons of dignity and prosperity for the entire continent. Instead of remaining useful idiots of the South, we can rise as sovereign partners and masters of our own destiny. By 2026 and in the shining years ahead, Ethiopia will reclaim its natural maritime heritage and rise as the connected, radiant powerhouse its geography, history, and indomitable spirit have always destined it to become. This quest captures the soul of our channel, revealing hidden geopolitical truths with clarity and courage, honoring legitimate historical rights with dignity, and inspiring a brighter future for the Horn of Africa. If these words stir something noble in your heart, if you believe in justice, wisdom, and the Renaissance of Africa, then stand with us. Like this video if the truth moves you. Comment below. What path do you envision for Ethiopia's rightful return to the sea and for true brotherhood in the Horn? Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next revelation. Share this video with every Ethiopian and every lover of justice, because the Horn is rising, and its maritime destiny must be reclaimed. The world is watching. Thank you for walking this path of truth with me today. Until our next encounter on the global chessboard, may wisdom, courage, and African unity guide us all.